Still pretty chilly out, but I feel like getting up. Man, I guess I'm getting used to getting up on cold mornings. That's kind of weird. Of course, the real question is what happens when I start walking around, right? I actually do have something for an ankle in my first aid bag. Might always thought it would be for a twisted ankle, but it probably would help in this case. So I guess if you didn't watch yesterday, my shin was very sore at the end of the day, so I'm kind of worried about it today. Well, it might have taken me 2.5 days to get out of the rain. Well, I mean, even the first day it wasn't bad. But ever since then, it's been like this. I'm lucky. Frost on my tent again. It was another cold one. My sleeping bag is a Talon -3, which is that's not survival, that's comfort -3, but I've been using it for, I don't know, 5-6 years. It's definitely not as warm as it used to be. It just barely keeps up now. Oh, that's a relief. Yesterday I was limping. My shin was killing me. And today, just walking around at first, I barely even feel it. So that is very nice. So hopefully I should be able to do my 15 kilometers out of here in time to catch a ride to Field. Phew. Well, the sun is still on the other side of the river, but I'll set up. I got nowhere to sit really, so I'll set up my breakfast as far over there as I can, and hopefully the sun will come to me. This is quite a view. The river is a long way from the bank at this point. I've probably wandered in here at least 60-70 meters. Got a little creek coming down there, you can hear it. Yeah. 360. Well, I just walked out here a bit just to try to get the sun to hit me a little faster and try to find somewhere to sit. I mean, I just threw my tent down in the flat over there. There's no campground of any kind. I pretty much camped right where the David Thompson trail comes out on the flats. It's kind of a good waypoint for me to get to. Just noticed my water bottles are basically fine, so it got cold, but it didn't get as cold as the other night when a bunch of ice in these things. Oh yes, that was the last ingredient I needed to make a good morning. Ugh, it happened fast too. I haven't even got my coffee water boiling yet. Well, it's kind of dawning on me, you know, this was a backpack that did really went different from the visual I had. Sometimes you create a visual of a backpack. It, you know, it takes down some of the intimidation and that sort of thing, right? This one I had a visual of it years ago, and I never really thought much about doing it, you know, Howse pass. But now that I have done it, honestly, it feels pretty good. It's yeah, it's one of the early ones I kind of looked at, right? Because I mean, I used to watch Marty Up North a lot, and that was one of his most popular videos, right? It was his failed attempt to try and do the trail, which now no one does anymore, right? Anyway, cheers. Hopefully I get out of here nicely today on my tender shin. Oh, this is just glorious right now. This is glorious out here. All right. I mean, I bring this along, my first aid bag. I'm also try it out, see if it helps, right? Hey, if it doesn't, if it starts getting in the way, I just take it off. This backpack, I did a little something different. I still haven't talked about it. I've been having problems a little bit in these fall backpacks with dry skin. And I mean, that doesn't sound like much, but literally I'm walking along on a backpack and I want to take my backpack off and scratch my back. Or I'm trying to sleep and all I want to do is scratch the hell out of my back. I mean, I have dry skin. I was born and raised in Alberta. They're almost hand in hand, right? Alberta is dry, really dry. So, and on my last backpack, on day 3, and it was only a 3-day backpack, I was starting to get the same thing. I wanted to take out my backpack just to scratch. And then I would, and I put my backpack back on, and another 5 minutes later, I want to scratch again. So, I decided to throw some cream in my bag. It's the first time I've ever done this, and it wasn't afflicting me on this backpack. It wasn't. Until today. This morning I found that I wanted to scratch my back a lot. So, wasn't sure how well this thing would do after getting frozen a few times, but it's fine. This is actually pretty nice stuff. Normally I do not. I was out shopping with a girl. This is why I have this face. This is actually for your face. Anyway, that's what happens when you go out shopping with a girl. She doesn't let you buy the cheap crap. It's fine. So I just spread a bunch on. I guess that's that. See how it works out. All right, I'm ready to go. I have to give myself a little pep talk right now. Nice and easy. That ankle holster brace or whatever that thing is it is helping a little bit. The goal isn't to walk out today. The goal is to walk out. And I have 2 days to do that. I have enough food for another day, so nice and easy. Well, I was following a tread for a little while. I wanted to just sort of see where the David Thompson Heritage Trail went back into the forest, but there was a tread, went right up to there. There's no ribbons or anything telling me to cross or telling me where to go. I want to be careful too, right? I don't want to end up on the David Thompson Heritage Trail. I don't think that's preferable to walking out here. Anyway, so now I've broken off whatever that was, and I'll just walk out here for a bit. Nice and easy. I'm moving at a snail's pace, but you know, that gets me back. That gets me back. Look at this valley. There's something to be said for why did they even build the David Thompson Heritage Trail if you could walk out here. This is truly awesome. You might wonder, well, why did they let this David Thompson Heritage Trail go? Well, first of all, they don't really seem to be too worried about history when it comes to trails. But I know how the travelers used to travel, right? They would be right up these flats. There wasn't a trail through the forest. They didn't cut a trail through the forest. The parks did that. Or some outfitter or something. No, they traveled out here. So that trail can go to hell. Who cares? The, you know, the old 1807, they didn't go up that trail. There's no way. So, if you followed yesterday, you know that this thing is pretty well flagged, right? And that means I have to go and cross this thing. You can even see old footprints there. It is muddy. Like, that is not a solid bottom at all. I don't know, I might go over there and try to, and then come over this way. Over there, honestly, it looks like I might not have to take off my shoes. I have to take off my shoes, then I have to take off my socks, of course, and then also the ankle brace. Yeah, other people have had the same idea. There's footprints going this way. So, able to just step over those two. And then there's another flag in the tree right there. So this is where it's currently getting through. So that worked out pretty well. Just have to get through this mess somehow. Well, obviously I'm going to be climbing along in the forest, or whatever you want to call this, for a little while. Here's where I really have to be careful, because I could easily take a step where my foot bends the wrong way, and then I aggravate the injury. So nice and easy, going over trees, and yeah. Gotta appreciate some good old-fashioned craftsmanship. There's a place for a tree flag right there. I don't know why they decided to build this little, but you know, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your work. I'll show you a little bit what the trail is like when you're forced into the forest. Usually it's like this, not too bad. There's trail flagging usually to show you the best way. A couple of times it's not obvious where to go, and then maybe you choose wrong, so you end up doing some true bushwhacking, but then you find the trail again and you're okay. But I mean, it's a bushwhack trail that has just seen a lot of traffic, so they got trees down across it and all kinds of stuff. I'm 2 kilometers from my camp. I'm showing 3 kilometers to the Glacier Lake Junction. I'm getting braver and braver on my heel as it loosens up, you know, it starts to do better. So I still need to be careful though, because one wrong step and it could be, you know, right back to walking with pain, right? But you know, it's coming along. This part here is a really nice part of the trail. It's the same place. I say it's a bushwhack, but at some point people have come up here with chainsaws. So it is, there is something, you know, this is some kind of old horse trail or something, except, I don't know, the horses just walk out on that stuff. I don't know. Who knows what this trail's origin is. River's starting to get away from the forest again. Got a new little glacier to check out. Cool, cool. You can bet up to the right over here there's more such action. That got on easy walking. I'm not gonna, still 2.4 kilometers until I get to the Glacier Trail Junction, so I could still be in the woods bushwhacking some more, but this is nice to get a little bit of distance. No track, no tread. Just kind of make your way through all this stuff until the river closes me out, right? Figure things out. That's usually when the flagging shows up again. The Howse River is back for another taste, and I can see one of those 3 tree teepees over there. More fine work, gentlemen. Well, another trip into the forest, and again, it's going to be a little while, right? Okay. Nice and easy, nice and careful. Sometimes I think that this thing is climbing up onto the banks and joining the David Thompson Heritage Trail, because there's old trail work that's been done, right? I've said that already. It's, I mean, this could be it. I have no clue. I mean, it parallels the river, but I was assumed it would be up there or something. Not this close to the river, but again, how would I know? Well, this forest part has been definitely the best I've seen. It's in nice shape. Every so often, of course, I have to deal with crap or push through things, but yeah, it's not bad at all. Got a nice tread to the forest, but look what's become of it. Maybe I'm on the David Thompson Heritage Trail now after all. There's no more flagging. I kind of saw it leave the trail, but then I thought it was just showing me a way around because there was a big tree in the way. So I went back over. Maybe I shouldn't have. I didn't see any other obvious flagging, but I also haven't seen any since. Well, I left that track and now I'm on some other animal track. Little puddles of water on it, sweet. This is starting to get swampy now. Yeah, I just got one of my feet a little bit wet. There's still 800 meters until I get to the Glacier Lake Trail Junction. That's a long way to be going through crap like this and trying to figure out where to go. Good times. Well, I'm gonna work my way back towards the river. Hope I come across trail tape or a more obvious track. And hope for the best. Maybe at the river there's, maybe it's flats again. I don't know. I mean, the only reason I left the river is because I found a good tread, right? So why not? And it was great for a while. So feet are wet now after, it's pretty hard in this. Kind of working my way through and just hoping hoping I don't run into a massive pond, and then my options are pretty bad at that point, right? Anyway, figure this out. Well, I went down that tread that went into the forest, and looks like that was a stupid option because look what's out here. I'm not sure what all this was, but it's a good bet that it was better than what I just dealt with. Okay, well, my feet are wet. I can try to get across the logs so they don't get soaked, but I'm perfectly happy dealing with this, so I can just take off down this, right? Why the hell not? But of course, it couldn't be that easy, right? Why would it be that easy? Doesn't it look great? It looks great. No, this is hidden here. Jesus. If you don't mind getting your feet wet at this time of year, you can probably just sit on these flats for the entire way. But I wanted to go the same way as the GDT hikers, so I did for most of it. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna cross. I managed to cross that other little one on my on that log, but I think I'm just giving up. I'm just gonna go over here. It's nice and wide. I'll cross. I'll get my feet wet. Wow, it's who would have thought the last kilometer to that Glacier Lake Junction would be an issue? Yeah, very nice views over here. I'm gonna look back too, I guess, right? Well, I got just to below my knees. My feet are wet now. Full of shoes are full of water, but whatever, man. Let's get this done. Crossed again. Looks potentially deep, but it never reached my knees. Okay, the intersection, according to the waypoint that look, it branches off and it goes over there. I just crossed for nothing. Yay! Unless I decide to climb the hill. Anyway, the intersection that he gives is 150 meters over here. You son of a bitch. All right, finally. I don't see the amount of crap I was doing to get through all this. I should have just climbed the damn hill. It wasn't even that much. All right. So, I should intercept the trail over here somewhere. I see another little pool of something. Yay! Yeah, it's a small thing now. At this point, I'm wet up to my knees, even past my knees. So, just gotta go find this damn trail. I just noticed, look what happened to my beautiful day. It's probably a good thing I'm trying to get out of here today. Who knows what might be coming. Well, I can't find the intersection. The waypoint I was given is about 100 meters this way. I mean, either Dustin's is off or mine's off or something. Right beside that hill, there's a terrible trail. I mean, there is a trail going up, but it's really blocked off by trees and stuff. So you can see the kind of tread, but there's a massive tree down across it, like right away, a major pain in the butt tree. And then it comes out onto a bit of a tread. I don't know. I guess I'll just walk along until I stumble into it, like honestly at this point. Man. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe that waypoint isn't off. I've been watching the forest, watching the forest, watching the forest. I think that's a ledge. I think the trail is in the forest, not down here. So that would be like the horse trail. Oh yeah, look, this one here is cut. I mean, I want to be on the horse trail. I don't want to think about where I'm going. I don't want to miss things. I don't want to have to cross this Howse River like 3 or 4 times and all that crap whenever it wanders over here. Unbelievable. It's in the forest. All right, I guess I'll try and scramble up there. Yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. They cut a ledge. Look at this. Is this some old road? Like, they really cut a ledge. All right, well, I'm definitely going to be dealing with more crap than if I had went and walked on the flats in some ways, because here's already a tree down, but whatever. At least I don't have to think about where I'm going. I've already ducked under a tree and jumped over some other ones. This is garbage. All right. So, Dustin provides another waypoint. I'm glad I took them all. I'm glad I took the time to punch them all into my phone. And it is like the junction. There's a junction for going to Marble Canyon. Oh, hello. Huh, this is probably where, oh hell, I don't even care. Screw it. I can't even know what the hell I'm thinking anymore. There's a junction up there. You can go one direction or another, and Dustin provides a waypoint. And you know what? I'm just gonna walk on the flats until I get to it. Screw that trail. Like, oh my God. Wow. Yeah, muddy. Let's get over here. Well, my plan still has junk to take care of, but there's actually flagging over here. I think this is where all the GDT hikers are going. They've also decided, screw that trail. And I mean, the thing I went through could have some real bulk in the middle of, end of July when they'd be doing this. So that's actually kind of surprising. I might be kind of pissed off trying to finish this thing off. Look at this glacier back here. That's the wild glacier. I walked up to that thing. Well, best I could anyway. Way back when I started all this madness. Back in my second season of backpacking. I'm following the tape again. It told me to set across here, and it's a fine crossing. I can't believe I thought my problems were over when I got to that intersection. Oh, and there's a sign. Yeah, just you know, following the tape again, back in the forest. I guess we're going back onto the horse trail up here. Okay, this is the intersection. Did I mark it wrong? Did I not use, maybe I didn't use Dustin's waypoints. Maybe I just threw my own in there. And recent trail work. And look how good the trail is. Okay, maybe that garbage trail I was on was actually David Thompson trail, like David Thompson Heritage Trail. That's why I was so god awful and ignored. All right, this is good now. I can handle this. Well, it's really nice to see that at least Banff National Park has not let this part of the GDT go to hell, right? I mean, at some point, someone has to make a proper trail along that river, since no one's, everyone's just abandoned the DTH. But hey, this is like 8-9 kilometers from here until the trailhead, so it's good to see that this part is in good shape. Yeah, it's a good idea to follow those ribbons. Howse River, I think this is a pretty big arm of Glacier River coming from the Lyle ice field. I think there's a lot of water to deal with. You're walking on the flats, so you could cross that a few times, even in mid-September. That would be a thing. So it's best to find your way onto this trail. No question there. You know me, I always like to put old bridges on film. Looked like it actually went, there's 4 or 5 pieces across here at one point. All right. This thing has gotten away from the river, so well, if you don't catch it earlier, yeah, looked like a camp spot for a second. If you don't get on this trail earlier, you're a bit boned. Just climbed a bit of a hill. You can see Icefield Parkway is not that far away, but I know I have to go this way a little ways. A bad little view. And there is a little bench over here, which definitely calls for a little side trip for a view. Just over here. This is pretty panoramic, man. Bit of a trail. It keeps going, goes down here, goes down along there. I never saw anything branch off from the trail, like when I went through this. Maybe there's some kind of random camping spot over there. Anyway, I don't have the chut spot right now to go and check it out. I'm just about getting out of here. My heel was good for a while. Now I'm starting to feel it again. And makes sense. I mean, I've been pushing a little bit, trying to get out. I'm trying to get to, if I can get there by at least 5:30, And I think that's very reasonable. Then I have a few hours to hitchhike around a field, and that should be fine, right? Shouldn't have any problems there. Get to walk up here for a bit now. This is glorious. All right, gonna zoom in. See that? A little bit of red. There. That's the red chairs. On the Glacier Lake Trail, you walk out maybe, I don't know, a kilometer. You can sit in those chairs and it's like out ahead of you is Howse Pass. Really, we know that it is down there and around the corner, probably another 10 kilometers, but yeah, you know, gives the front country tourists something to kind of look at and ooh and ah, a little bit of history. Okay, still trying to get to the intersection for Amiskwi Canyon and such. Well, this trail is kind of on a wide open bench and it's very nice, you know. This is some nice hiking right now. It's moved away now from the Howse River. In a few hundred meters, I'll finally get that intersection. I was wrong, actually. The Howse River follows along with the trail, also changes directions. I really enjoyed this section of trail. It's quite nice. All right, now into the forest. There's two selections up ahead. One keeps following the Howse River, and then you have to cross a major crossing, which right now would be fine, but I still don't have any real, I mean, I know that everyone goes to Amiskwi Canyon, so I think I just want to take the one that everyone does, and there's no problems. I'm done. Done with adventure. Got this one. Someone tried to write something with exclamation points. Probably something about the condition of the David Thompson Heritage Trail. Someone else decided to scratch it out. And here someone decided to put river crossing required on here. And then someone put interrupted. I don't know, man. Amiskwi Canyon for me. They're both the same distance. I don't want any more trouble. I've had enough. How weird. I'm sitting in the forest, having a break. I'm 3 kilometers from civilization. This is the first time I've seen mosquitoes buzzing around me. That's funny. I didn't think there'd be anything left. It's mid-September. There's not much stuff down, but already, like, they all seem to be at that level, which is the worst level. So 3 times now I've had to duck underneath something and crawl. Well, I should talk about this backpack a little bit before I start hitchhiking and my brain basically shuts off. 6 days, haven't seen anyone. Not a one. Pretty much expected. Tough days, that's for sure. I mean, most of the time it was not straightforward by any means. I think Amiskwi Pass to that Blaeberry River CG was probably my simplest day. I still had to do that big descent down Collie Creek alternate. That was definitely interesting. Howse Pass is a good one to get off the list, you know. That is, I'm proud of that one. Probably the easiest way to do it would be to go in from the ice line area over Kiwetinok Pass, then over Amiskwi Pass, and then off to Howse Pass. I mean, do it my way, you've seen You've definitely seen how much suffering that is, right? And then, yeah, I mean, from there, if you go straight through, obviously, you see what goes on there. There's a lot of crap that goes on there. Either direction, Howse Pass is a challenge, so. Gotta say, I'm a little proud of that one. Got some old trail that keeps going down the river. But it's pretty abandoned looking. And here you got a sign going, yeah, you know, don't go down there. Go left. And another sign. This one looks in really good shape. All right, I just saw my first person in 6 days, and she was just following her impulse to follow a trail. All right, let's go down to Amiskwi Canyon. Can you believe I've never got it on my car and come down and check this out? This is cool. 20 after 4, lots of time. I agree with GDT coming this way because a lot of people are from Europe and stuff that do it, and that's a pretty cool little feature to see just on their way through, right? All right, one down, one to go. Took about 20 minutes. Nice little Asian lady. Not too many ladies pick up a random dude on the side of the road, that's for sure. This one's a little shorter, right? It's like maybe 20 kilometers or so, 25 to field. What the hell is this guy? Not even trying to catch a ride, he's just walking. Guy's not good for business. They see him, Zachy, the homeless dude walking along they don't want to pick up, and then they see me right after. Not great. Here he comes. I sense an awkward conversation coming. Oh, this guy looks messed up. Native guy rolled up to me, and some dude pulled up, and he picked up both of us. So I went in the front. I was chit-chatting with the guy the whole time, and the native dude just passed out the back. Who would have thought? Tried to check in with the field office. They close at 6 and it's 6:03. Just barely missed it. Whatever. I'm gonna go walk over here down to the Yoho trail. I'm gonna walk back to my car, which has another 2 kilometers on, but I guess technically it means I've pretty much finished the GDT section C. Why not? Except for the road walk from Amiskwi River to Saskatchewan River crossing, but yeah, I'm gonna forgive myself for not doing that one. Honestly, I could have done without doing this guy, but since no one was exactly offering me a ride up there, I guess I'm doing the Yoho trail. There you go. I'm not one for the highway walking of doing the GDT, so if I see all the trails, done. I'm happy. Well, this thing does have some nice views, even though it's right beside the highway. This must be the old road, because you got some weird ass building up here. It looks like an outhouse. There's two of them. It's an outhouse, all right. And there's one over here. What the heck for? I think there's some kind of pullout or something. There's even a couple of trees. There's one tree on top of that one. How many times have I found outhouses in the weirdest places? They just abandon them. No one wants to clean them up. I guess that's not a big mystery as to why, but still. Certainly not hard to figure out what the Tally-Ho Trail was, especially with those outhouses there. This is the original road up to Emerald Lake. At some point they decided to build a different one. End of winter trail. Okay. That's rando. So there's, it breaks off. One goes down to Natural Bridge. The other one goes to Emerald Lake. The original two roads. Okay. Old ski hill. Was this an old ski hill? This one here isn't even on like, this isn't like on maps or on, this is on nothing. I guess it was a ski hill. I guess we're about to go down a hill. Emerald Lake 6.3. Huh. Well, I ain't doing that. I am done. I'm gonna just get back to the damn car. That's not the intersection I was talking about. The intersection I was talking about, I went by it. I didn't bother putting it on camera. So that back there, it's something else entirely. That's not on Gem Truck. Well, my car's in one piece. Me, on the other hand, there's no mouse droppings or anything. It only happened twice in Jasper National Park last year, and I thought it would just keep happening and happening, because once they get in, they all know how to get in. But no complaints. Wow. That was an adventure and a half. I don't know what else to say about it. I think I've already said what I want to say. I just want to, as usual, as soon as I get to a car, I just want to start driving, get to wherever, get the pizza, get to a convenience store and get junk, and drive while there's still daylight. Get out there and hike.